to the stream as well. And before we really start, I will just walk a little bit around and give it a few more minutes for all the people to join. So just a little bit of tour around. Okay, cool. So I think we can get started. Usually, a little bit more people will join a little bit later, but I think we just get two pieces over there, so that's awesome. But let's get started. So we are not waiting for everybody. So I would like to invite you here in my gallery. Hope everything is working fine, that everyone can hear me. If anyone had any problem with or maybe some technical difficulties or something like that, feel free to type it into the chat on the left-hand side. Just use your keyboard and type it. I will be able to see it and hopefully fix any potential problems. Yeah, so that's that. Then, yeah, I see that everyone is on mute. That's perfect because we don't want any background noise here. If you would like to say something, ask any questions, please keep them for the end of the like main show. There will be plenty of room to ask the artists or for me or for any other visitors here after we've finished the main event. Yeah, so that's that. Then for jakože co? Jako, jako málo nebo? Uh, yeah, so I got some feedback that it's not possible to hear me. Fassible, can you hear me?
Yeah, all good. Crystal clear.
Yeah. So there's probably some problem on the other person's side. So that's good. Yeah. So where were I? Yeah, with the gallery. So welcome to the gallery. The idea of the gallery is a twofold concept. First, it's of course like art gallery, duh. So there is this art. We have every week we have an exhibition with an artist. Like this week we have Fassible. Last week we had Mimesis, and week before that Naila, and next week we will have another artist. Yeah. So this is a regular event at the same time, so you don't need to think about when is it. You can just book it into your calendar and come every Wednesday at this exact time and enjoy some cool interview with a new artist, usually with like quite different take than the previous one. So it's quite fresh and interesting. So that's regarding the concept of the gallery, but it's also a cafe. As you can see when you walk in, it's in the name, and also it's in the outside terrace where you can sit and enjoy a cup of coffee, tea, or whatever beverage you like. So the idea of the cafe is that this place is open 24/7. You can come here, you can see the art that's changing every week, as I said, and also you get to use it for like meeting with friends, just chill out, or for maybe even have some business meeting with colleagues or even some bigger events. It's opened and you are welcome to use it for everything you like. If you would have some like really big event, then I would just ask you if you contact me first, so if, we don't have some clash or something like that. But other than that, you can just come and you can have your meeting. Even if there would be some bigger event, we have spatial audio. So if you would go outside or into the first floor, you will not be able to hear what we are talking out here. So please be close to us because particularly to Fassible then, because as I said, if you go to maybe outside and check out the Firebull, you will not be able to hear us. So keep close. Yeah, so that's regarding the concept. So for you, just you are welcome, everyone. Come here and use this place for meetings and whatever you like. Good. So that's enough about the gallery and about me. And now it's the main person of this day, which is Fassible. He's artist that's starting in this NFT space, like many of us here. And he created all these art pieces on the first floor. And he will tell us a little bit about himself, about the art, and about all these particular art pieces. Then when we go through that, there will be place for you to ask your questions. Also, you can like even ask the questions in the chat. Just please don't like interrupt with the audio during the main event, so we don't get like into some sort of trouble. But feel free to ask them either via the text chat or then when we finish the main part, we can just discuss, no problem. And then after that, we can and usually we stay a little bit longer and just use the space to sort of network, build new connections. Every week we get some new people, and so far, that's quite nice, especially in this space where the connections also sort of means money. Uh, so it's good to get connections to people that are like really invested in this space or and attend events like this and so on. So for that's that. And then at the end of this event, you can either go home to your real home from this metaverse, or you can even attend a concert. That's a live concert on another parcel. So sort of after party. I will tell you a little bit more about that when we get there. So yeah, that's about what to expect. And now let's go to Fassible. So I would ask him to tell us a little bit about himself as a person before we move to his art career and his art. So enough about me. Fassible, it's your place to shine. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't hear you. You're probably talking. We can't hear you. So unmute yourself, I would guess, because before it was working just fine. Yeah, you can hear Fassible or just me. Okay, so it's my problem probably. So cože? Co? Neslyším tě. Co? No, dobře. Pořád to můžeš slyšet?
Now you can hear me, Artific?
Yeah, perfect. Awesome.
Hello?
Hel- Hello? No, I can
Hello,
hear you.
hello?
Everything is perfect. Cool.
Oh,
So sorry. Yeah,
some network issues.
yeah,
You hear me
tech,
good, yes?
technical stuff. I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, everyone like this. As you could see when you were loading in, this is beta. Also for space, we are in this like really brave new world, testing the territory. So for sometimes not everything is going perfectly. People in the Twitch were able to hear some check when I was checking some things. So just take it as it is. We are exploring this new world. So yeah, let's go back and Fassible, can you tell us something about yourself?
So, good evening again, everybody. My actual name is Daniel. I'm 20 years old now. 4 months ago, I was a truck driver, and thanks to the pandemic, I have now the time to go back to art after a long time that I didn't made it. And with this big community now and all this big trend, it gave me a lot of motivation too to bring you the best that I can make. My main goal in my art is to find and bring to you the connection between the sound and the vision art itself. Even after I finished the army in my country, I go to study sound engineering to understand more the liquidity of sound because that was my motivated me in the process of creating art. As you see, all the colors and the abstracts, I less use animals and stuff like this. I'm trying to find something else that hides inside of those pieces. And sorry for my English, it's not my mother language. Speak a bit slow. Sorry for that.
Yeah, I think not at all. I think you're speaking very well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Uh,
like liquidity of sound. That sounds like really interesting. Never heard about that. What is it?
I always remember that moment when my brother bought a PlayStation 1 to our home and we put some disc with music inside. And when I saw that equalizer that synchronized with this picture, it was like an amazing phenomena for me.
Ah,
And that is one of my biggest motivations to make art. I searching for those interesting stuff that hide inside of art that you can see you can find them only in the process of creation. Usually I start from I call it fuzz, so that's the beginning of my name too, from a single scratch, because usually I don't have some main idea in the art, but eventually it's brings something that I like at least, and I hope you like too. And I want in the end of the process to bring my work to that part, to that step that I can synchronize it with sound, and it will feels like it's one liquid. It's like living together, and without any words, more with feelings and stuff like this. That we can feel this in each one of us with our subconsciousness, see different stuff in each part of, and I believe that is the beauty of the art.
oh, that's really interesting. I think the audio visual art is probably like next frontier where we start seeing some in the space, but mostly it's either static or animated art with just without sound, with just the visual part and not the audio there. So I think it's definitely the cool things to explore, and maybe if one of these is the picture behind you. But, we will get to it a little bit later. So the inspiration is like this, and you said that you have like actually just now, and sort of a combination of like accidents and like not really lucky ones, you were able to get some time in your hands and use it to explore your like artist side. And how do you feel it's going so far? Because like the space is quite difficult to grasp at this moment. There's so many things going on. How is it for a person that just entering the space, and even if maybe in heart like always, then had to sort of forget this part of his personality for a long period of time.
Yeah, I can say it's not easy from the beginning, but when you come to this world, to this NFT space, you see a big hype and you want to jump on this train with everybody as people and much more big artists that we see here. But I see it even if it's not coming in this moment, it's a long-term investment because it's only the starting of all this process. And maybe now it's nothing moves, but I continue to create more art. And I believe that in some moment, like people, he did 13 years every day some piece of art, and eventually he's now selling his pieces for $69 million in ETH, in Ethereum, and much more. So I see it like a long investment. And from other side, it's something that I love to create. So the money is not the biggest motivation here for me, because I love creating art for all of my life, and never, I even didn't go to study graphics. I go to study sound engineering because I felt that was some part that missing in my education. I thought that if I will learn sound, so it will inspire me in my creation of art. And one of us need to go with what he feels, not to go with the mainstream, because the mainstream is not like we maybe see it from one perspective, but they try to show it's maybe something real big. But I believe if you go with what you love and never mind what it is, you will success in it. Maybe not in this moment, but it will come to you. Just you need to make more. Think less, as I say always, and do more.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the main slogan of me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we should then cut this part and put it as a motivational video somewhere. I think it
Yeah.
will be quite quite famous because it's really well said. Uh, okay, and yeah, I know that you actually, when you are talking about long term, you are actually investing in not just like yourself and your art, but also into building the community that's like around this NFT. Have created sort of a really wide community of very different sort of people. Some maybe just interested in the money part of the thing. Some more interested in just learning and sharing, and just like in any other endeavor of humankind's. Where there is something interesting, the community begins. I know it's a little bit mess, and I know that you actually do a lot in this space. Could you tell us a little bit more about that, why you are doing it, and maybe why you consider it important?
Yes, of course. First of all, I love to share with my knowledge with other people and help other people, and never mind in what sphere I was in, on my work or in my school or with my friends. I always try to help them to more in, maybe if it's not financial, but in the philosophic issue and to bring motivation to people. It's much more important to me, and something from the inside that makes me feel better when I can give somebody something that he didn't know, and it will help him in the short term or in the long term. And in a building a community, it's one of the most important parts, like in the real world, when you're building your circle of friends or something like this. It's like a big family that each one of us can help each other in any moment, in any problem. So many people, more many opportunities for each one of us.
Yeah.
So like if I sell my art, I'm not gonna to take the Ethereum and bring it to my bank account. I'm gonna to help other artists.
Yeah, I think this is like wonderful sentiment, and many people are doing it like that. And I think it's actually something that's going to make this space really shoot to the moon. Well, I don't know what's going to happen, but this is sort of uh, positive feedback loop here because on one side there's like new people coming to the space, but also when something sells in the space, then like quite significant or like good part of it is coming back to for emerging artists. So for then it's getting the energy from outside, but also it's maintaining the energy inside the system. So I think it's really quite interesting concept, and it really helps to build the community and extend the number of successful people, because I think that usually the artists that becomes they are new and then sell something and become slowly the ones that are established in the space usually invest in new people. Or how do you look into it? Would you then invest into more established artists that already has the brand, or someone that's new and maybe not discovered yet?
I prefer to help artists that not discovered yet. And if you remember the topics we made of after we saw so many shilling topics on the Twitter, I started to create this show your art and get some feedbacks, because I think people much more need to and want to hear some feedback about their work, and it's a much better feeling than to get that only a couple of dollars, and I don't know what they want to do with this. But when you give people feedbacks, so they feel better and they know from other perspective how other people look on what they make, if it's good or bad. And the most important here is to be real with people. If you think something good in that, so tell what is good, and if something bad, so tell them, so that is not correct, or here you can make it something better. So the next art he will consider that and will make his art really better. Because if you want to see stuff that you didn't see yet, and you want the artist will make the best of them, so tell them where are they was wrong and what are the problems in their creations. I think it's a very important part.
Yes, yes, yeah. I remember when yeah, we actually, or I met you quite early when I joined Twitter, and we agreed on this. Like, yeah, I don't mind people for like quote unquote shilling the art, because well, there are not many other ways how to get their message out. well, I trying to get them the opportunity like this gallery and some other ways, but still it's difficult. But uh, when Fassible created the new thread where he was commenting on other people's art, like not asking anything back, just sort of giving to the community and giving advice to other artists. That's a really nice thing to do, and I think it's expanding because just yesterday I met another person that's interested in becoming curator, and he joined our Discord server, and he's commenting on other people's art. So it's helping him becoming or creating the career that he would like in the future. But also it's helping a lot of different artists in the community. So I would like to maybe ask for those of you that are interested in helping and also maybe for gaining a little bit more or higher profile in the community. But there are like so many artists, and all of these artists are missing the support, the feedback from others. So just uh, you don't need to like even create anything. Just look at some art that you like and some that you think maybe if they add something different, then it could like really pop and give it additional value. So this could be really beautiful.
Yeah, sometimes it's something really small that the artist, after he working so many hours on his art piece, he is already tired from making it, and his finish it is as it is in that moment. But if you tell him about something simple stuff that he could do, and it will make it looks better in 50% than what it was, and he did all of the hard job, and you have a lot of good artists that any one of you that can tell something small like this to any artist. It's not only for looking the place of presenting your art, so maybe you will find some collector because it's a big hype and there is a lot of topics like this, and actual collectors not looking even in those tweets of shield your art. They don't seek this out there. They seek it in different way. They search for really interesting people and to know the artist itself. And if you want really to support it, or you really like the art it's creating.
Yeah, five 100% agree with that, and it's also for m- like more of a funny and like happy
Yeah,
way how
actually,
to go.
it was very really fun. Could sit hours and tell people and give good feedbacks, and it's a good feeling to me and good feeling to them, and a lot of excitement going on there. And you give motivation to other people, and you get motivation. It's I don't know. It's really awesome. Was
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have few topics like this and was really fun. And the people that was there was very glad for those feedbacks, even for the bad one, even for the good one.
yeah, totally. Yeah, like if you are not doing it, just give it a try. Try to just like help some people that are looking for the feedback. Like not everyone is looking for the feedback, so you don't need to give it to those. But or also what I'm doing is. Like finding from my followers the art that I like, and I feature those people in my profile. Just create a short tweet about them, what I like, and maybe create even some like try to find something specific that's maybe if someone else didn't tell them, so it's more interesting for also other people to read that tweet, and give them help them to extend the reach. And yeah, people are of course like incredibly grateful for that, and it make you feel good. So and it's also always good to feel good. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is great topic.
And the most important here is to meet new people. Like if it's not this community, I wasn't was meet you, Artific, and you are even with the time turned to a collector, and you even buy one of my arts. So it's not only in the shilling your art and share your stuff. Meet with people, make a good connection. There is a lot of great people here, and a lot of knowledge that you can take to yourself and to give to others. It's amazing world now, amazing space.
Okay, awesome. So Fabian, let's move from the talking about the community to talking about your particular art. So here we can see actually quite different takes on your art. So maybe could you, before going to the one by one and just talking about each piece particular, could you tell us a little bit about your journey in the NFT space? How you started, what were maybe some sort of trouble that you had, and how it shows in your art, the evolution of the artist.
Actually, the most problem here it was to learn how all this system works and to lose a lot of gas fees and a lot of dollars only to understand how the system works. Like I created my first NFT on Rarible and some by mistakes it make it twice, so I needed to burn 127 pieces, and you need to pay even for that. So each one of the pieces was either a big lesson for me. Some of them was minted on Rarible, some of them was minted on OpenSea. But for beginners, I recommend to go to OpenSea. In the beginning, it's a few times that you need to pay fees for only actual one time, but it's separated like for three times. But you pay once and you can put how many out you want, and that's it for it. And each one of my arts now, it's like a planted seed. So each one of them will be a own collection of them, like the bulls that I started with the big trend of the bull runs. And after that, I created this frog on the wall. And now I am started with the seed of the animated. And I will want to create few more collection that in each one of them I can represent something else in my art, what I like, because I don't believe in one way of art. Where we we have a lot of colors in this life and a lot of opportunities, and I don't want to stuck in some one frame and want to be more free in my creations. So I created few collections like this. They start grow with the time. Yeah.
Okay, so for now I'm really curious. Where would you like to start with the bulls? As you said, they were the start.
Yes, let's go with the bulls.
Okay, and
Let's start from them.
should we start with the this big collage or with the one outside?
Uh, we can start from him and go to the that one outside after that
Okay,
because he's contained inside.
cool. Sounds good. Let's do it.
So it's a collage that based on my first bull, as you see down, right in Fassible Bit Bull number one. That was the first edition of the collection, and for now I have the first edition was minted on Rarible, 25 pieces, and the other minted on OpenSea. And for now I have 23 different editions beside that one with the 25, and the rest are only one of one, unique. Each one of them is in different coloring. Colors for me are like emotions, like different spaces of of thought and what we have in that moment in our consciousness. If you go inside, that you will see it better. This is just a collage. All of them is now like a avatar. Maybe I mint him as a collection, as a one piece in the end. So now we can move for the other one. So you will look from closer. the piece.
Yep. This one for outside, probably good idea to come with us so you can hear us. Let's give everyone a little bit of time to figure out the controls.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
rush.
Yeah. So for this one is actually NFT, so you can even click on it and open it in the browser, and you will get another window which would show for the bull in for the open sea. So you can give it a shot if you like.
How it's called in the star in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just accidentally disconnected myself. Could you please start it from beginning for the people that are in Twitch because they were not able to hear what you were saying. I'm really sorry about this.
Hmm. So as I said, this actually is my favorite because I'm a fire element by myself. I'm a Aries, and Aries is a fire element. It's more about the anger that you have inside and how it's represent when you take it out. It's like a big fire. Sorry for it's a bit tough for me to explain it in English. As I said, it's not my mother language.
Yeah, I think you are doing a fine job. And when I was looking into the collection, I saw that you actually attribute different bulls to different rare elements or for even like peril or for different sort of rare things that are found in the earth. Could you tell us a little bit more about that idea? I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I compare that to real minerals in our world, like crystals and topaz and this kind, because this is what I see as rare, real minerals that we have in our real world under the ground. So each one of them is like you have 12 kinds of minerals of crystals, and some of them represented as by the rarity by those crystals. That's compared to those minerals.
Yeah, awesome. And could you tell us a little bit about the inscriptions that's there? I don't know if people can see it, but if you go close, on the right side at the bottom, there's a small inscription.
You're talking about the signature there,
Yeah, exactly.
and that will from pure love to you, brother.
Thank
Really,
you.
you know.
Yeah, how it was created, I like to really put a story into the NFT, and so I remember it after like many years in the future. It will be still here. It's encoded into the blockchain. It will not change, and I know that this is not like just some picture. It's something that I bought from like my good buddy Fassible that I met from as one of the first people on Twitter, and he's just helping me tremendously every day to build this gallery and to help to spread the word and help other artists. So I asked him to put this inscription there in this NFT. It's not in any other NFT, but maybe if you ask him, he would put something there for you as well. But I don't know.
Yeah, if you want, I can still edit those and add some signatures for you too, and to create it as a special edition, like in the real world. Is if you was near me, I was signing on the back of the picture. But in the digital world, you can't sign on the back, so you need to sign on the front.
Yeah.
If anybody like it, I will be more than honored to do that for you.
I think it's really a cool concept, and I do like similar things. In like I didn't collect much NFTs, but I have few, and in others I asked the author to put into the description sort of the story of similar kind as this one, so I will be able to remember it, and it's becoming like more special. Maybe not for other people, but particularly for me, and well, for maybe even for the value of the NFT, because I don't think many people are doing that, and maybe a couple of years from now, um, uh, these particular ones that are sort of personalized will be more special than the others, but I don't know.
Yeah, and now it's signed on the blockchain forever like this, and nobody can change it.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
me and not you.
yeah. I think it's like a really awesome concept. Okay, so let's move to the other one. So for now, I think we can look at this queen, and Fassible can tell us a little bit more about her.
So this one is more close to my main concept of from a single scratch creation. Here I started from no idea and just going with the imagination to find and explore that colors and what you can make out of it. And in the end came this reactive frog queen. And actually it was I just asked from my mother and my brother for a feedback. My mother told me it's like because what she have between her eyes and on her head, she's look like a frog queen because in Russia we have some cartoon that called frog queen or something like this. And my brother said that it looks like a snake. So I made up some story that it was a frog that bitten by a snake, and because of chemical reaction, she start to evolutionize and start to make a frog revolution in the world. So this first seed is from many stories that will be created soon, more for my imagination, fantasy, and stuff like this. This is what this collection will be about.
Ah, it's awesome. So far, it's basically a superhero, right?
Something like this.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
The
Yeah,
queen of the superheroes, the first seed of it.
yeah. I like the eyes how they really like pin you into place, and you can't argue with this one.
You really can.
Yeah, yeah. Or for maybe for one thing to note, if you would or when you look into Fassible's collection on OpenSea and Rarible, you will see these in much like higher resolution because uh, currently this client or this space allows only to upload GIFs. So it's just 256 colors. So of course, if you have like beautiful gradients like this with the bull of well, any of these art pieces that are here, then of course you lose most of the detail.
And something more about it, it was inspired by artists like Amanda Sage. If somebody know it, she's a big visionary artist. So this I try to make some stuff like she'd make, but she's a very different level. She's one of the best that I know. I take a lot of inspiration from her. And another one is like Alex Gray. is more psychedelic art. But those two are big of my inspirations that I'm taking from them.
I'm sure that these two will get a lot of Google searches on their name in a couple of
You
minutes.
can find it on Amanda Sage Art on Instagram, and she have really amazing works. And Alex Gray is today is an old guy, but we will we a lot of you I'm sure that know his art. Maybe you don't know his name, but a simple search in Google of Alex Gray, you will recognize his art.
Okay, wonderful. Now we move to the last piece, and here this one it's in the middle, and it's actually a video. But currently, I wasn't able to deal with some sort of bug. Well, we are having a lot of these, but yeah, it's like early beta. So yeah, we are trying to get as much as we can from this virtual metaverse and. We are in some areas asking a little bit too much. Yeah. So this is a video. I made a simple hack. So if you would like to see the full, not just the picture but the video, you can come a little bit closer to this web browser on the right hand side from the frog, and you when you put your mouse on top of that, you will be able to click it and then click open for the browser window, and it will get you to the actual page on OpenSea, and you will be able to see the whole video. I think it's a very good idea to do that uh, because yeah, just one one picture from whole video doesn't give you at all idea what's going on there. So
Yeah, it's only the first frame of 200 and something frames.
yeah,
A better experience inside.
so you would lose a lot of from that experience, and also when you will be there, you can even see the rest of Fassible's collection. Okay, I think like everyone that wanted managed to click it. Yeah, someone already giving us feedback. That is really nice. So can see that is working, and now we can talk about it. So
Yeah.
Fassible, it's up to you.
Thank you for the feedback. So this one is actually the the main of my concept that I'm trying to build. Many years that is sitting in my brain. That's what I talk in the beginning of liquidity of art and sound. So all of in the beginning, I start to draw something like tattoos stuff, and I saw in those vectors something that you can see in other places. And a lot of years I trying to understand people why they putting tattoo on themselves, and there is something different about it. And I have some love to that. And when you add to that some colors and make them move, there are some magnificent moments that you can see them. And when it's still, you just won't see it because it's only a matter of movement. It's like a point of view of some situation, so you can see it from different angles in different proportions.
Yeah,
And the main goal is here is to make a combination of those colors that and to find the connection of our outer world and how we react in our inner world with the emotions. I see each color is as an emotion, and each moment is a combination of a lot complex emotions in the same time. So what I trying to create in those animations to show those all of the colors that and all the emotions that you can feel and see from some situation that you are in it. So, but when you see it all after, it's uh, it's something that, how I can say it, like in life, it's never anything have a, sorry for my English.
No, no, no. Just go on. You're doing just fine. Yeah, maybe for what when you've mentioned the emotions and different colors, it's actually like really wonderful to look into it that way because then over time in this animation, like one emotion then changes slowly and then quickly into the other, and they just sort of cycle, and it's the endless cycle, right? So if just one into the other, into the other, into the other, into the first
Yeah,
one, and back there. And
like from outside, that's the bubble that representing. Like we are, our body is like just a bubble, but where we look inside, there is a lot of motions of the our emotions that we feel inside. So, like your one of curators that you have on your Discord channel said that in one moment he saw a peacock, in another moment he saw a spider. So, in one moment it's something beautiful emotions and happy feelings. In the other moment you have maybe the most fear that you can notice.
yeah,
This is life.
and also I saw one comment about like this bubble and the inside, and also it's sort of interacting with the outside, right? Because then the bubble sort of gets out and gets in.
Yeah, it's like a never-ending loop because we have always the same emotions, but in different powers. Sometimes it's more happy, sometimes it's less happy, more sad, less sad, more excited, you know. And
Yeah.
each time that you look on this loop, you can notice something else if you look deep inside. And I
Yeah.
want to create a collection of this kind of bubbles, but inside will be everything different. Maybe will be on top the same effect, but what we will see inside. For example, I wanted to create another one today, but my PC was crashed. I want to make a more bright one. This one is more dark with a black background, and I created a white one, but the PC has crashed, so sorry, I can't show it to you right now.
Yeah, but at least we know something more is coming, and you'll definitely be looking on your Twitter profile and in your collection to see if when you add this new one and some other new ones as well. I think it's a wonderful idea because then different people has different emotions, and this way you can get the right one that's more of a fit, like fitting your personality.
Yeah, what fits with our subconsciousness, like music. You can see to listen to the same music in different moods, and you will notice something different. Thank you for the comments here,
Yeah, we are getting
by
a
the way.
lot of really nice comments about the animation. Yeah, and also on Twitter it was quite boom, I would say. So people really like this one. Yeah, so I hope we will be able to see more various forms of this emotion sound animation. It's a wonderful idea. I never seen anything like this in the space. Maybe it's there, but I haven't seen it. I think it's quite fresh. And also, well, maybe it's just because we don't have many sound engineers in the space, and so it's quite cool for how you get to use something like that to create a very unique form of art expression.
Thank you for this. Thank you.
Okay, is there anything that you would like to say before we go to the questions?
Uh, Not much actually.
Yeah,
We
we got
passed a lot of it.
yeah, we got into a lot of details so far. Maybe if someone from the audience, which we currently have like a lot of people here. I never had so many people. So thank you all for coming. Hope you are getting some nice insights into the space, into the art, and particularly into Fassible's creations. And yeah, now it's up to you. So I will mute my mic for a second, and if someone wants to talk, give it a try. Oh, maybe I would should also tell you how to do that. So on the right hand side, on top, you can see your name, and for icons, first one is microphone, so you can just click it and it should be working. If it's not working, then maybe you have more microphones. So then if you click on the gear and change your microphone, then you can select the right microphone, and then it should be working pretty simple enough. If it's not working, then you can still use the chat. Just type your question and I will ask it for you. So I will give you a little bit of time to figure this one out and ask your questions.
Hi, thank you for your art. It's really amazing. I would like to ask you a question if the colors are correspond with some specific feelings or is it random?
I find that piece of light inside of it. If you look inside in the middle, that's my favorite part actually, where the most colors changing after the bubble is opening. It actually was some period that I saw so many scams here and that people just want to eat you all around. And after that, I created this one. I feel like I don't know, so it make me a relief. No, it's something that I can't explain it, but that's what it made it for me. When you see all those bright colors and you go to for a moment to those dark pieces places, and after that you take in your out again to the light side. That as how I see it. I hope I give you a good answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If anybody else have question, don't be shy. I'll try to my best to give you the best answers that I can with my suck English.
Yeah, okay. So I think we will not have questions. Maybe people will reach out to you on Twitter, which is easily found by your name, so everyone can see it on top of your avatar. So it's quite simple, so you can find it that way, or for everyone that was here right now, were using the browser, so you can just search the collection and then contact Daniel Fassible
Yeah, you're
with your
always welcome.
questions later. Yeah. So now basically this is the end of the main program. So now I see that we have some sort of very long question. So let me read it. It won't let me use the mic. Question for Fassible. I love the concept of music and art intertwined, as this is a major influence in my own work. I wonder what got you interested in this, and if you have any insights into the relationship of color and shape with tone and rhythm.
Actually, this is the main fact that I seeking to get to it, because I see it that colors and sounds, tonalics and rhythm, it's like, for me, it's like a one liquid. Because when there is no music, I don't draw, and only the music goes make me to move my pen on my paper. And I see the connection between the emotions, like in a lot of videos that you see, that any track, any song, there is some sort of colors that represent the emotions in that. For example, if you look on orange, so it's something peaceful, or if it's red, it's something that contains more anger and aggression. If it's blue, so it's more sadness. And about the rhythm, it's connected to each tempo, each BPM. BPM, it's a beat per minute. It represent a different heartbeat of us. So I see it like one liquid for me. That's why I go to study sound engineering, and I listen more to psychedelic music because it contains less words, and I actually grown on this kind of music, and I like the pure sound without the meaning of words, because we can express much more than words in pure sound and pure pictures without to put some faces inside or some animals. There is something more that we can find inside of it. So I see a big relationships between of them.
Nice. I hope it
I hope
answers.
it help you.
I hope it answers the question. If not, yeah, feel free to type a little bit more. Uh, I think at this moment I will close the streaming and recording. So thanks everyone for that watched us on the Twitch and then later on the YouTube. If you would like to get a little bit more of action in the like discussions that we might have now, or I will also show others in the gallery. Then next Wednesday, just jump in into the parcel that you can see here on the screen. It's pretty simple. I put also quite a few announcements on my Twitter, and you will be able to be part of the whole action. So thank you for watching, and see you next week.
Thank you, Artific, for this event and this